And
I'd rather do that than be stupid my whole life, giving
right.
my all to somebody who's not giving me nothing back.
Other women, do you ladies feel that, or do y'all agree with that? Like, is that what y'all want to do?
They just stuck.
Because I need to understand if this is what society
that's not
about.
Ideal.
It is. You're settling for being. Basically, that's what that sounds like.
You said dealing with multiple.
That's not what she said.
What? Get your lick back. Live your life.
She's
living your life. Getting licked back.
Here come women defending women.
Like, y'all don't know what she's saying. Y'all know what she's saying.
Y'all call him a whore.
Like, y'all want everything spelled out in layman's terms. Y'all know what she's saying.
Yeah. No, I know what she's saying.
Okay, I'm trying to
all right.
Being said. She is saying women are now realizing their worth in relationships. They're realizing what they can bring to a relationship without talking about I'm the table, who's the table. They're noticing that themselves as a woman is enough for the relationship.
Welcome back to another episode of Daily Wrap Up Crew. No book of, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed, it's your boy Ace. You know what I mean? This ain't the Olympics, but they calling us the dream team, you heard? Ace the GOAT, 2-4.
All right, last but not least, we got Jew.
What it do? Don't buy one, buy two. Dailyrapupcrew.co. Go pick up the merch. Go. I'm saying I could just go pick with the
up
flow.
that merch.
I thought there was more. to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Cat and hat riddles, you feel me?
We got some special guests in the building. Ladies, let them know where they can follow you at.
What's up, y'all? It's Bree. Y'all can follow me at I'm.Brianna on Instagram.
How's everybody doing? I'm Define. Y'all can check me out on Instagram at The Hairy Godmother. That's The Hairy with 2 Y's .godmother.
Hey y'all, my name is Jade. You guys can follow me on Instagram at nope.just_Jade.
Hello, good night. My name is Alandi. My IG is Alandi Jasmine, no E.
Okay, y'all kind of soft spoken in here. We're gonna have to turn the conversation up, man.
I know she Caribbean.
Y'all awkward as hell, right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Say good night and good morning before you start your call. You're definitely Caribbean.
Hey, good night.
Yo, before we start the show, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe, man. We need all the support we could get. We're working on new content. As you can see, we got the merch, pick up the hoodie, pick up the shirt, you know what I mean? Got that from Jew. Shout out to Jew. Yo, get into his first topic, right? It says, most people don't recognize a blessing if money isn't involved. True or false?
False.
Why you say that?
A baby. Marriage. People recognize that.
Okay. So that's the only time people recognize a blessing?
I mean, not the only time, but it don't always got to do with money.
Okay.
Like,
that's fair. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I also disagree. I'm blessed to be here right now. It's people that wake up.
Okay.
That don't take the simple things in life for granted. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's false, but there are some people that can be ungrateful and that can be like, but it's not affecting me right now, so it's not really like a blessing. But it depends on how you look at it, I think.
To piggyback off of Jade, it comes down to your perspective and how you perceive blessings and curses, or how you perceive what's good for you and not good for you. So these beautiful ladies said it all already. I'm last.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all capping right now, man. Because most of the time when I hear people talk about blessings, it does have to deal with money, how much money they can make, how much money they don't have. I find that people don't really, y'all saying y'all grateful to be here and be alive. People don't really see that as being grateful. Like, to them, grateful is having money in their bank account. You know what I mean? So oftentimes when I do hear people talk about blessings, something has to do with finances. Like, you blessed that somebody just paid your bills, or, somebody just cash apped you $50 or $500. Like, you know what I mean? So in my experience, that's why I feel like most people nowadays look at blessings as some type of form of financial gain on their end. Like, you know what I mean? What about y'all?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
I gotta ask you a question.
Did you get COVID during the pandemic? Did you contract COVID?
Mm-mm.
You feel blessed or lucky?
That's a good question. I feel blessed, yeah. But it could be part of luck in there too. Like, you know what I mean? I was outside, so I don't know how I ain't catch that shit. I'm honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
I ain't gonna hold you. You might have had that shit.
I probably could have had it. Like, I'm saying, like the regular flu nowadays is COVID, so it's like, you know, I don't know.
It had a week you was fucked up. But
this is the nigga that called COVID like 5 times, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
I mean,
and he was vaccinated.
He was still Dora to explore around the world.
Exactly.
Yeah, COVID ain't stopping shit over here. You know what I mean?
Man.
But
he can say that now. Even nigga was not saying that when that shit was happening.
Yeah, that first time I caught that shit, I was fucked up. So, I gotta disagree, man, because I know sometimes you find yourself in. I don't know if everybody, but I know sometimes you find yourself in situations, and then you get out of it unscathed, and you like, God damn, like there is a God. You know what I mean? Like I could name a few situations, but I don't want to get into that. But I had to thank God. I ain't gonna lie to you.
When niggas put out the blicky on you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I might have had to skedaddle, you know what I mean?
Exactly, no money involved.
Or nobody involved.
yeah, true.
However, I could agree that, you know, most people would look at it as a money aspect, because I'll even use my kids as one example. You know, you can give them something, but they like, damn, but I want this or I want that. So everybody's always worrying about what they could get or what they don't have, rather than being happy you got food on your plate. You know what I mean? You woke up, like you said. A lot of people would always wonder what if or why don't I have this, or feel entitled to think they deserve this over somebody else. Always comparing your life to somebody else. That happens a lot, you know, and unless you're using it for motivation, trying to, I want to be where that person is or whatever the case may be. I think a lot of people get caught up in that.
Yeah, because you start to look on social media and you see everybody on these vacations and luxurious life, like, you know what I mean? So now you're looking at them like they're more blessed than me because they can experience this lifestyle. And again, that comes down to the money, or not even the money necessarily, but, you know, well, actually, because you're taking flights, you need money to take flights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, you know what? When it changed for me, like, I'll never really complain about life, and this might be like the most cheesiest shit ever, but I used to complain about a lot of shit, like, yo, why I got to go through this or why that? But I was watching TV one day, and this is when I used to smoke weed, so I probably been a little bit hot, but it definitely worked because it was these, you know, them African commercials. It was like, feed these kids. They ain't have no hands. They had like bugs on it. I was like, yo, I'll never complain again. I mean, I swear to God, I never complain again.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that was a lot. It's unfortunate because, like, you know, like I said, I've been to Africa, like, you know what I mean? And as much as America tried to paint Africa as this, you know, poor continent, like, they really got cities out there that's very developed, like, you know what I mean? But we don't really see that on our end. They don't really pitch that, but that is a humbling experience because you see that there's a lot of people way less fortunate than us, like in these other countries. Like, you know what I mean? We be complaining about the small shit over here in America. Like, these motherfuckers fucking every day is a struggle for them to live. They got to get it by any means. Like, you know what I mean? Right. So, getting into my next topic, because this one might be a little bit more spicy. I might wake up after this one. So, it says, women don't know how to express their value to men outside of sex. True or false?
False.
I mean,
false.
I know everybody's going to say false. So, what value do you bring outside of sex? Obviously,
that's the question you want to start with.
I mean, you said false, right? You said
but
false.
I said false not to sit here and tell you my value. I said false because it's false.
Yeah, but that's part of the question.
But you know why you don't want to tell me?
Why don't I tell you?
Because there is no answer.
Do men value anything?
No, hold on. I didn't say. What did you say? What did you say?
Do men really value anything outside of sex?
Look, first of all, y'all gotta stop manipulating. You can't flip the question. It's rude to ask a question when somebody asks you a question already. To answer a question with a question.
You know why you ask questions when somebody asks you a question? Because you ain't got the answer.
Yeah.
No, I have the answer. I have the answer.
The floor is yours.
I have the answer. Okay.
I'm listening.
So I only didn't answer that because I really don't want to sit here and tell you what. You know what? Never mind. So values that I bring, I have an amazing support system myself. I have a big family, a big Caribbean family that supports me, loves me, that I'm blessed with, and anybody would be blessed to have that come with the woman. All right. I have education. I'm smart. Not to list off all what I think my attributes are, but I know as a woman that if I'm to meet a man and get to know him in that way, I can amplify him. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
can I say something?
I agree to that.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all feel like Sorry. Can you hear me? If you think that that's all she's giving you, she don't want you for real. Cause women have other things. Like, we just don't want to give it to y'all. Y'all don't even deserve nothing but sex.
That's a fact.
Like,
That's a fact.
Only that,
If you
right?
really,
And I'm really
and I know
doing
what
that
she's
for me,
saying, if you
being
take
honest.
it into the certain type of guys that we talking about, because it's different kinds, just like it's different kinds of women. So she's talking about a man that we feel comfortable submitting to.
Okay.
If she
Okay,
wants to, she
and
will.
there's certain men that put us in a certain. There's only certain men that put
They
us
make
in
you
a
feel
certain
vulnerable
comfortability
enough
and
to-
vulnerability enough to submit to you guys. So you guys will never see that unless you make her feel like that woman. Okay, does that make sense? So that's just to speak to what she was saying.
No, I'm just saying it sounds like cap, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
No way.
If your flex, if your flex as a woman is, well, I could have sex with you and not give you no value, you ain't doing nothing but a disservice to yourself. You know what I mean? Because y'all complaining why men don't commit. If all you want to give is sex to a man and then wonder why he not committing because you didn't show him no other value outside of sex. You know what I mean? And when men are on dates and they ask, you know what? Hey, I'm curious. What do you bring to the table? And y'all come with, I am the table. That's a red flag automatically. Like, because you can't properly express your value to a man without getting defensive and saying, well, I am the table. You should know my value. You should look at me and know my, no, well, we don't. That's why we getting to know you. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean a disrespectful thing. Like, we just naturally curious. Like, hey, all these other women have pussy. You know what I mean? Everybody else give me pussy. Like, y'all saying y'all nurturing, y'all feminine. Well, the feminine thing we gonna leave out because we know y'all not feminine. But y'all saying y'all nurturing and all this other stuff, and we can be selectively submissive to the right imaginary man in our head that y'all never met in life. Y'all not even submissive to your own fathers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not even submissive to your fathers. Like, I don't know.
Do you know me?
I want to hear
They called him imaginary.
Yeah, y'all make up all these imaginary people. When I meet this right guy, y'all never met this dude.
Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
I
Yeah.
can tell.
But I choose relationships. I got women. Like I'm in a position where I choose who I want to be in a relationship
And what do
with.
they
Like,
bring?
you know what I'm saying?
What do they bring?
Clearly no value if I don't feel myself outside of sex.
Single,
like if I'm single, like
Right.
and y'all can't probably y'all can't express y'all when I'm asking you what value y'all bring, y'all can't say nothing. Y'all don't say nothing.
The thing
Well,
to me
that-
is,
wait,
I
wait.
figured that I know that I have an education. I know I'm educated. I know I could be a supportive person and all of that. But I'm sure that most women could do that too. So it's not like you have one thing over the next person. So when you're talking about value,
Yeah, what value will make me commit to you long term in a relationship? I'm just asking you that just in general.
Hold on,
Who
that
said I
depends
was
on you.
committed?
That's a
See,
you.
and-
Wait,
but that-
Again, and we're
well,
going
that
back to
is-
that. We're going
that
as
is
a man. I'm
subjective
asking you.
question, though.
Listen, as a man, I'm asking you what your value is, and your immediate
Stop.
response is what makes you think I want to be in a relationship. To me,
Right.
that's going to be well. Next,
Wait,
I'm
but-
on to the
but
next
I-
person.
okay,
You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna say
saying?
this, right? I do own a business, but how is that adding value to you? Just because we're gonna be together in a relationship.
But you
If you
can't-
become my boyfriend, what does that mean to you that I got a business?
The same thing it will mean to you if I had a business. Like,
Exactly.
But what it mean to me? That mean that you got a business. You're not my husband.
that means I have money to provide for you and a potential
But
family.
I got money too because I got a business. That's
So
not
then
me
that could be
hypothetically speaking.
that could
or
be
me being
something of value
imaginary.
you
I'm
bring to a
speaking
family in
for
a
real.
relationship.
But that's an asset to a man if you willing to build with that man and contribute to a household and y'all
Right,
working
but you
together.
talking about
know what I mean?
value as far as like being boyfriend and girlfriend, or you
As
talking
far
about
as
husband?
far
Because
as
there's
relationship-
levels to
as far
things.
as in a relationship, like
yo, a boyfriend and girlfriend. If you have a boyfriend, you see a future with that person, right? So y'all building towards being husband and wife, no?
Hopefully.
Right. So what do you mean? It's the same shit.
You won't want nobody to respond to you like, well, why, who said I want to be in a relationship? You know,
Okay,
you would have
so
definitely
can
cut
we
that
ask
person.
y'all what values do y'all bring, or what values would y'all like to see from ladies? Because
That's the question.
that I would rather y'all ask that question
I
than
just asked.
get
I just
then get
asked.
defensive because
10
we
minutes
still
later.
ain't hear nothing of
fathers.
we still ain't hear nothing of value. Like, you know what I'm
Don't
saying?
get defensive.
We try to get answers from the women, and here they go try to flip it all to us. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
All
so I think something of value that a woman could bring is femininity. Y'all clearly lack that because y'all walking around how much masculine energy y'all got. We every day on this episode we talk about, oh, I'm masculine until we go back to the imaginary creature. I am in my masculine until I can meet this imaginary guy that can make me feminine. Or you should be feminine automatically because you wouldn't tolerate me saying I could be feminine until I meet the right woman that can make me masculine. Y'all would not fall for that.
I don't really get into all that stuff because I feel like people just read stuff on social media and repeat it.
Well,
that's all that really is.
So what would
when it comes to femininity in the black community?
Yes, like you could,
the
like
women?
A female might say that, but then you can ask them what do they mean by that, and they can't explain it to you because they just read.
Yeah, like they can't explain what the value, what other value. Like,
well, so what do you look for in a feminine woman? Then?
And you still didn't answer that.
A feminine woman is somebody that is nurturing, that is cooperative. Because I don't want to use the word submissive because that's going to trigger y'all.
Yo, we know that. We know. Yo, Eli going on. Hit that like button, man.
She has no problem being submissive to the right person.
We have over 80+ episodes. We talk to hundreds of women, and women have. We had a clip that went viral talking about, I would never be submissive or feminine to a man. So it's okay for y'all to say like I am feminine. That's understandable. No,
you feel like you met the majority of women.
101.
Yo,
101.
We do this for a living. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
that's sad. Y'all feel like y'all met the majority of women. Where have you been?
No, I never said we met the majority of women.
All right, let me tell y'all. Can I say something real quick? I'm sorry. This is what's happening.
Okay.
Men have been dogs for years. Women is catching up and y'all mad.
So no, we're not catching up. We moving on.
We hopping on the wave.
See y'all dogs now?
We hopping on the wave and y'all mad. No, but we giving what y'all give us.
And we moving on from that.
Exactly.
That ain't a get back. That ain't a flex. What? Moving on to, do you see men dating other women of other countries?
You said we see men dating other men, which is not a problem.
See the difference. The difference is y'all not gonna be valued for what.
We gonna be stupid forever.
Y'all not gonna be valued for what y'all do.
Y'all just gonna be single and unmarried forever.
So
you're single.
But I can get into a relationship.
He's single, y'all.
I choose.
You single too?
You don't think I'm choosing though?
No, you don't choose.
You never asked me,
women don't choose relationships.
You never asked me, sir.
Are you single?
Mind your business.
I can tell.
I can tell. What you mean?
How you single telling mind your business? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What was the question? You were saying something.
I just said, do you feel like you have value in yourself with messing with multiple dudes or making yourself feel like a dude messing with multiple people?
I mean, I'm not saying I'm messing with multiple dudes, but if that's the case,
so what you mean? You
getting my lick back is what you're trying to say? Yeah, no, that makes me happy.
But it wasn't you saying now that women are dogs. Like
no. I said men are dogs.
And now
women catching up.
Women are catching on.
Catching up.
And we catching on. We're not gonna be stupid forever. Is what I said. And we starting to act like y'all.
What is catching up and how's that making how's that making it better for you or women?
I'm not getting played all the time. I'm doing the same thing you're doing.
But where's the value in that? Like, what makes you happy about that?
So you'd rather me just give you everything, be submissive, be feminine, and you just cheat on me all day? Because that's what a man wants.
I'd rather you vet out the right guy, the appropriate guy that's going to respect you.
The imaginary guy he keeps talking about?
No. Those men are out there.
I can't find them.
It's me and two other dudes that's here. Another dude that's out here. There's multiple dudes out here. Y'all just have poor selection at times. And it sounds like it with y'all saying this and you're talking, get my lick back, you fucking with poor selection.
You fucking with the Pookies and Ray Rays. I could tell. Like Pookies and Ray Ray, they've been winning for way too long. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they've been.
I done looked high and low. Y'all the same.
Yeah, but
no,
you look high and low. High and low. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, what's everywhere? Like, give it an example.
I try not to have one type because I want to see maybe. Oh, this haven't been working for me. Let me try something else. You know.
Bar, you in the same atmosphere. You on the same block.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he got burgundy jeans on. Let me give him a try. Like, you know what I'm saying? No,
what's the difference? What's the difference in it? Like, that you choosing?
Clearly, hood niggas ain't working.
Okay, so you went to what?
We try businessman. No. Try somebody in the health field, something like that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, mix it up.
All right. Okay, look, now this is back to what Eli's saying. Do you think that we're looking for value? So if you meeting this businessman and you coming with that same mentality of what a hood nigga will look for, you think that businessman is going to take you serious?
Absolutely not. You got to step it up. but I'm
So
still trying to give what I'm receiving.
That's what we find. What is that? Now, what is that? What are you giving that businessman or that other man or that educated man or that?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
What she's receiving.
What?
She just said it. She said what she's receiving.
Okay, look, let me tell you, this how the circle gonna end. You're gonna receive dick, you're gonna give pussy, and then that's gonna be your life. 40 years down the line, you're gonna be still receiving dick, and you're gonna still be giving out pussy. You're gonna be getting your lick back. 50 years old, 60 years old, you're gonna be
listen.
Might have kids at that point.
I'd rather do that than be stupid my whole life. Give that my all to somebody who's not giving me nothing back.
Other women, do you ladies feel that, or do y'all agree with that? Like, is that what y'all want to do?
They just stuck.
Because I need to understand if this is what society about.
Ideal.
It is. You're settling for being a whore, basically. That's what that sounds like.
You said dealing with multiple
That's not what
men.
she said.
What? Get your lick back. Live your life. Living
She's
your life getting licked back is 4 vibes, bro.
Can't come women defending women.
Like, y'all don't know what she's saying. Y'all know what she's saying.
Y'all call him a whore.
Like, y'all want everything spelled out in layman's terms. Y'all know what she's saying.
Yeah. No, I know what she's saying.
Okay, I'm trying to nitpick at what's
being said.
She is saying women are now realizing their worth in relationships. They're realizing what they can bring to a relationship without talking about I'm the table, who's the table. They're noticing that themselves as a woman is enough for the relationship, and they're doing what they need to do.
And we're back to square one.
No, that's the
what
issue.
She just said. Me as a woman, that's enough for a man. Just me existing as a woman is enough for a man. That's not what I said. You literally just said that,
sweetheart. If you want me to explain what I mean by it, you can ask me to explain it, and I'll explain it.
Why don't you just explain what you mean?
I'm quoting you verbatim. You said me as a woman is enough.
That's what you said.
You don't have to. When I mean me as a woman, to refer back what you guys were talking to refer back to what you guys were talking to about femininity. Me as a woman, usually women come with that nurturing. They come with that caring. They come with that loving. They come with that support.
They do.
They do.
They don't.
It's innate. A woman comes as a nurturer. She's a mother. It's biological. A woman comes as a it's biological. Whether we got removed from it or not, it's biological. So it's there. We come with it. So when I mean me as a woman coming with just myself, I mean that nurturing that you were talking about. I come with it. If I'm in tune with it, I come with it. That love and support that you're talking about that you want from a woman, I come with it. And the right woman in her femininity, like you were talking about, she's gonna come with it. So when a woman comes to you and says, me as a woman is what you need, and all of me as a woman is what you need. That means in your business ventures, she's gonna be on your side, giving you exactly what you need to exceed and level up. You know what she's talking about, and
because the issue is.
Well, that's what I mean.
Do you date women?
No, I don't.
Do any of y'all date women?
No, we don't date
women. Y'all don't date women. So y'all don't know what most men have to deal with when it comes to women. So when men are saying that we are not getting the same value in return from the women that we are talking to, y'all don't understand that because y'all think, automatically.
I think when somebody asked what value are you looking for is the question. Start at that question. Let's start back at that question. What value are you? I want to ask you.
You want to ask me?
Yeah. What value are you looking for in a woman?
I'm looking for a supportive, non-combative, feminine woman.
That's loyal.
That's
okay. And do you know what type of male you have to be to attract that woman, get that woman, or keep that woman?
I do.
What kind?
Supportive, protective, provided, emotionally available, emotionally supportive. I know what women want.
So are you saying when you go to a woman and show her all of that, she still only is trying to offer you
I'm
pussy?
saying there's a wall up against me when I approach certain women, and I don't know why.
Or entitlement.
Because of men like him.
Because I filter women out. The moment the word masculinity comes out your mouth, you disqualified to me. Like, you shouldn't even be talking on masculinity to me. Like, you know what I mean? You should lead in your femininity at all times because I'm going to lead in my masculinity. And I'm never going to be selectively masculine for any woman. Like, y'all never going to hear me say nothing like that. So the fact that men have to constantly hear this selective femininity BS, like, it's crazy.
I just hate that women think that they need to be masculine to survive in the world. There's like femininity is powerful.
But do you think about what made us feel that way?
Exactly.
Do you guys sit? Or let's talk about that.
Let's talk about masculinity.
Let's talk about it.
Sit in femininity for so long. what would you define as characteristics of somebody that's in their masculine?
Yeah.
Somebody who is always combative,
aggressive.
No, I'm talking about for a man. For a man.
For a man, what's considered a masculine?
Yes, in your masculine, like the perfect masculine that you need to be in to attract this perfect feminine woman that you want.
Everything I just said. What
I want him to say it.
No,
somebody want to talk about
somebody who is assertive, who is a leader, who is great with problem solving, somebody that can provide, that can protect, provide provision, like things. Those are the things that I associate with masculinity, right? So, and it has nothing to do with toxic masculinity. I ain't trying to yoke you up and feel like, oh, that's the only way. And that is an issue with someone. Someone feel like they got to be yoked up. We have women on the show say that. You know what I mean? They can't have a soft guy or a guy that they deem soft. They need a nigga to rough them up. Like we have women say that all the time because they associate that dominance with being masculine. That's not necessarily what that is. So when I think of masculine, those are the things I typically think of about when I talk about masculinity.
How did that sound to you?
The imaginary man.
No, they out there, but again, if you only attracting the Pookies and the Ray Rays, I can't help you on that one.
We had a woman on the show that said she said she dated all different types of men and all different types of field, and they was all toxic. So I said, if you finding the toxic men in every fucking field, you need to look at yourself because you're the common denominator.
I mean, that's fair.
Right.
But
So instead of taking accountability, y'all would rather say, well, this
all
ain't shit.
niggas.
I gotta get my lick back.
I gotta get my lick back. Let me
be
fuck.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
I could take accountability.
Mhm.
I've probably met someone who was good for me, who had some of the values that you explained. But at this point, I don't even, like, I'm not even going to give him a chance because, man,
And this
I done
again,
had so
Because you got
many.
that wall.
This is the
You got
issue.
that wall up that I was talking about.
And this is the issue that men are having.
The war's not up for no reason, though.
I'm not saying it's up for no reason.
And that's
but
not that man's problem.
Yeah, you can't blame me for something that
I
happened to you in your
can't blame
past.
you, but-
I don't come into a relationship saying because a girl hurt me, like, oh, I'm gonna treat you different.
It's a time and
Like,
place.
you got-
Maybe
it's-
I heal
Mm.
in the future.
But you gotta heal before you get back in the
That's what
field.
we need
man.
to talk about, healing.
Therapy is a strong thing, and I think everybody needs to go to therapy. Man.
So again, I appreciate you for admitting that because I'm not saying all men, but this is what some men are experiencing in the dating market, the unhealed trauma. Now we got to come in and break down this wall that we didn't build. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't have nothing to do with us. You get what I'm saying? So that's like me being hurt in my past and bringing it on. I'm starting to date you. Like, nah, I'm never going to protect and provide for another woman again because the last woman I dealt with, niggas get hurt in relationships too. Niggas get
You
used in
still
relationships
gotta do
too.
everything.
And we still got to come to the table and still be that provider and come with these certain attributes and qualities. It's no selective. I can't be selectively a provider for you or selectively a protector for you.
Men can't go into relationships with a wall up because you got to come and show the woman what you bring to the
You gotta be
table before
assertive. You gotta know what you're doing.
Before she give you anything.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Y'all ever cheated on somebody? Be
I
honest.
Yeah.
I've never cheated on a woman. But I barely been in a relationship. So yeah, when I'm in a relationship, I'm
Shit,
usually
that's
committed.
common.
I have when I was
You paying for
younger.
What you did for someone else.
Huh?
What?
What you did to somebody else. It's
And you say you got your licks back, right?
Nah.
No?
No, what?
What?
Like, yo, we're on the tape. We're on the tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo.
See?
I
why y'all stuck on
thought
that?
you was in your accountability phase.
Nah, I am, I am,
Okay,
I am,
all
I
right. So
am.
you got your licks back.
I'm just saying, man. The world is
You
not
believe
fair.
there's gonna be coming for that?
And
No, because that was me getting my lick back. That was my even in the thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the universe is gonna show you what your karma is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
but like I said, I these are good conversations that we need to have, but I know
Yeah.
it can be triggering to have these conversations because it might feel like an attack. But honestly, like I said, I think men and women just need to come together and have more productive conversations without
For
feeling
sure.
the need to, name call and try to bash one another.
And take it personally. Don't take it personally. Like, we're not speaking specifically to y'all. There's the majority of women out there that's watching. I mean, that's who we're talking to.
You have more than your pussy to give out than more than value.
That
You
too.
know what I'm saying?
That too.
I don't want you to say that should never be your answer. I'm telling y'all.
So, getting into this next topic, it says this generation of men haven't been taught how to be romantic or learn how to be a man. What are y'all thoughts on that?
That's a fact.
I agree.
This your time to
Yeah,
shine.
this your time to shine.
I'm awake. No.
This generation of men haven't been taught. Yeah,
Or
yeah, both. Either or. Like
They
they haven't
have
been taught how to be
not.
romantic or how to be a man.
They
Is
have
that true?
not.
I think
It's-
men could be romantic. I think sometimes people just only think about women's idea of what romance is. So like, you know, getting flowers or letters, but you know, a lot of men are out here writing love letters, but they might do something else to show their appreciation or love or whatever the case.
My love language is a Birkin.
Who said that?
Women be saying that. Y'all be switching your love language out to.
I don't want a Birkin.
I mean, it don't gotta be a Birkin. Got to be Chanel something. Y'all love language is
Y'all
gifts.
not see me walking here with a bag today.
Yeah, but we're not talking about you. We just talking about women in general. Like,
But y'all keep saying y'all talking about the majority. That y'all didn't mean.
Yeah, but we talking about the majority of women that we interviewed. Like, you know,
you know we do this every Friday, right?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all asking us where we finding men. Where y'all finding?
Right.
I would like to know that too.
Area. Yeah, these are regular women. Like, these are everyday women. The problem with our show, we bring everyday women. We're not going around looking at resumes. These are everyday women. And if y'all feel like we need to vet women to come on the show, then that says more about the women in today's society than about us vetting women, the special kind of women to come on the show. Like,
were you interviewed to come on the show?
Interviewed, no.
Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody the same way.
We pick everybody the same way. We're not looking at you like, yo, you know what? You gonna say no? Like, we
do this every Friday for how many years now? 4 years. So there's a lot of women we talk to, man. Like, we spoke to a lot of women.
I think men could be romantic. Just women date men that like you. If he not doing nothing, he don't like you.
That just goes.
And that's okay. If somebody out here that like you.
Okay.
Yeah, I suck. I'm not gonna lie. But it's the thought that counts. Like, if you do something corny, like, all right, like, y'all capable.
What's up, corny?
Y'all just don't want to.
I think men can be romantic, but some of them, they can almost get like bashed by their friends or like called suckers for some stuff they do for women. Only because there's some men that'll just do good things for women and not get anything in return.
For a woman or for their woman?
For a
woman. But you hear the key part in that?
Not getting anything in return.
Exactly. You know what that's called? A simp. Motherfucker, that's nigga. That's what he's.
That's what I just said.
That's not making sense.
He's a simp.
This is the friend she's talking about.
He's a simp.
You just call somebody a simp for doing something nice.
If you my friend and you doing something for a woman and you not getting nothing in return, you a simp. That's it.
But what should he get in return?
What you mean? Reciprocation.
If you reciprocation. But I'm sure if you got me something in the first place.
You make the first move.
No.
There's a second move.
Okay.
What's that second move? I'm not gonna call him a simp because he did something.
So you want to make 2 moves in a row without her showing you something back?
Without her showing me some interest? Nah, hell no.
I'm sure if he did something for me in the first place.
You know, we live in
me you like me.
We live in a finesse culture.
I showed you I like you, so you gotta show me you like me.
Wait, hold on. They like me right
hold on.
What the yo,
King.
What makes you different?
Hold on. You know we live in a finesse culture. She says she agrees.
Right?
There are women who finesse men every single day, and y'all know women have finesse men. Okay. You probably finesse men.
You charge it to the game and you move on.
No, it ain't no charge to the game.
Charge it to the game and you move on.
This is the value. Right. So if I do it one time and I don't get nothing in return, charge to the game, deuces. That's it. What you mean?
You charge it to the game.
And niggas is in debt.
Because like y'all said a couple minutes ago, I'm not gonna blame this person for what I went through with this person. You gotta apply it everywhere.
You made the right movement by stepping away from it.
Right. After you step away and you get with your new shorty, you're not gonna get her flowers because you got the last shorty.
When did we say that?
He just
No, he did not.
I just said that.
She said he made the first. She said, "Would you not make 2 moves?"
I made the first move. If I don't get no reciprocation, it's deuces. And I'm on to the next one.
She said you're not going to make a... She said I'm not going to make 2 moves in a row.
Actually, the first thing I said after that is if you did something for me in the first place, I'm sure it's because we're already dealing with each other or whatever the case may be. Y'all said romance. Y'all didn't say trying to pull up on somebody or see what somebody is on, check the temperature.
But this is the question she asked me.
Okay.
See, just like
I'm not listening.
She ain't listening, man. She ain't listening.
She listening.
I was paying attention. I'm calling y'all out. That's it.
No, that's clearly not paying attention though.
Ever since that second question, she been listening to call us out. That's what it was.
She listening to react. She like, no, but I got you. I got like, no, you gotta listen to comprehend. Like, you know what I mean? So I do agree that men nowadays aren't as romantic as they probably used to be. Like, you look at R&B culture back in the 80s and 90s, it was all about serenading a woman and doing all this romantic, stuff. Now if you check the climate of R&B, it's just about fucking a woman, fucking as many women as possible, like rough sex with a woman. Like, there really is no type of, affection anymore towards women. And I think I do think the current state of R&B is affecting a certain generation of men growing up because they feel like, why do I have to do this romantic thing? Especially when the women are rewarding me. Like we had on the show women who have went out there with niggas said they was jerks and disrespected them, and they still get the same type of energy that they would probably have gotten if they was romantic. So it's like, why is there a need for me to be romantic when you're still rewarding me by giving me sex, or I cheated on you still staying with me for whatever reason? Like, you know what I mean? So I think there is a lack of romance in today's generation.
But I don't want to leave this because I want you two maybe that y'all could express why y'all don't feel like men are, or the men now are not growing up to be men or whatever, however y'all said it.
Or romantic. Whichever one y'all
men
want to touch on.
are supposed to be providers. Like that's what their role is supposed to be. And there's a lot of men that feel as if they shouldn't have to provide for a woman. Just because of I don't know if it's the independent woman culture that it is right now. It's shifting now. So people are starting to get more into femininity and learning themselves and all this other stuff. But as a whole, women have been providing for themselves because they've had to. So that might be that masculine thing you keep trying to bring up. But now because they've been getting into that role and that's how they're living their lives, when men come and they're like, oh, well, you already provided for yourself. I don't have to do that. But she's still looking for that because that's what men are supposed to do. So I feel like...
So what are women supposed to do? Like, if a man's providing?
So if a man is the provider, she's to take care of the house.
Okay. And you think most women are doing that?
Most women...
I ain't no nigga slave.
Cooking and cleaning and doing this.
Taking care of the house.
It is 2023. Exactly. We letting go of gender roles. What are y'all talking about?
All right, look. So
if we let it go, hold on. If we let it go of gender roles, then how is she sitting here talking about, oh, men are supposed to provide? What is that? Is that not a gender role?
Man can't provide, but I'm saying.
So you want what you want, but y'all not doing what you supposed to do.
Yo,
you want what you want, but you not expecting a man still have to do what he wants.
Agree nor disagree. All I said was we letting go of gender roles.
But you still want a man
Which
to
means
provide.
if you want to go cook, you better go cook. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said. We letting go of gender roles.
Okay, so again, I agree with you. Do y'all agree with her?
She said no, that's fine.
But
that is okay if y'all don't agree. That's fine.
Yeah, and it is fine because everybody has different.
Everybody is really
they have different
like,
experiences.
That's okay. But at the end of the day,
women...
if I'm gonna be with somebody, my goal, the person I'm gonna be with, we're just together to make each other's life easier. In whichever way we
How the fuck are you making this man life easier? You just talking about you work.
Why are you cursing at me, sir? Why are you cursing? You being aggressive.
No, I really want to understand, like, how are you making this man? Okay.
I think he want a list.
Like I'm not giving y'all no list. I'm not doing that.
I want to know how you making this man life easier.
Where the paper at? And a pencil.
I think men are just curious. Men are really just curious. Like if I
heard a woman say that, I'd be fucking turned the fuck off.
Because it's like
you be talking about what?
That gender, there's different gender roles. We ain't following those same gender roles, but yeah, I want a man to provide.
It is selective. That's selective.
So you still want you still want your man to provide?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Where's the is?
Like, you the only one that making the conversation mixed up.
It's not making no sense to me. Every time I talk, what you saying after I talk is not what I'm saying.
All right, well, we got to fix the earpieces.
But you was doing the same thing to me.
All right, but you agree with me because you ain't disagree with me. He just said I said that
I agree because I
want
disagree.
to do the gender roles, but I still want you to provide. I didn't even use those
All right,
words.
but do you still expect a man to provide?
What I said was we letting go of
I'm
gender
asking you a
roles.
simple question. Do you still want a man to provide for you?
I can provide for myself.
He's asking you a simple question. He's asking you a simple question.
However, the person I'm with is with me to make my life easier. So at the time, if I need you to provide, you should be providing for me.
You still ain't answering my...
That's the answer.
I asked you a yes or no question.
That's the answer.
Do you
That's
still
the point
want
of
your
a
man to provide for you?
Yes, I would like that.
So exactly what he just said. You get rid of gender roles, but still want your man to provide. Like what?
And my man still gonna want me to cook when he get hungry, right? Yes, no?
That's not a gender role.
That's not always gender role.
Exactly.
Okay, look.
If your man was, a man wants his woman to cook,
cooking and cleaning has been a gender role.
He gonna want me to cook, right?
You confusing me now.
It's not my job, and it's not my said job. Is it?
It's not.
Is it?
If he provided.
Okay. But what if I'm providing? Are you cooking?
Just might.
Okay, then, and that's the point that I'm
masculine
making.
for them.
That's the
just
point
wanna
that I'm
say-
making.
Like feminine
I just want to
women.
say
We do.
perfect. I just want to
And
say
y'all all single.
I just want to say
not.
the lady
And I pay my lady bills.
I'm single
the
because there's
feminine
women like
lady-
y'all in the
Hold on,
field.
hold on,
Like,
hold on, hold on.
saying, like,
I just wanted to chime in before we moved on. The
Uh-huh.
feminine lady that you guys are saying you're looking for,
Uh-huh.
she's the type that if you make her comfortable enough, she will stay home and cook. When I say comfortable enough, you're going to provide.
Oh, okay.
I do gender roles.
Oh, okay.
You can go and work.
Okay.
I would love to make your house a home. I will do that all day.
Let's be real. Where
I will
is that
stay
at?
home. I will
Exactly.
stay
This is
home.
the
I will cook
imaginary
and clean
men.
and make
Exactly.
a house
Looking for.
the
I'm
home. But
They're not
listen,
imaginary.
it's not imaginary.
They not.
Every-
They are
it's-
imaginary, but they're making it seem like these men are
Yeah,
imaginary,
and then
that
so-
these women are imaginary. So
You
y'all
have to
just been
attract them,
speaking
though.
hypothetically.
That's what I was
Like,
gonna
all
get
of this
into.
stuff
What she
is
just said.
fake.
She
Is
just
it
said
real
you
or
have to
not?
become the
it's a
type of
certain
man
person.
One at a
to
time, one at a
attract that
time.
woman. She's going to say exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You have to become a certain type of man to attract that type of
and
woman.
you have to become
So
a
you
certain
can-
type of woman. There's a lot of
Boy,
women who
It
think
goes-
they
There's
it goes
women
both
like
ways.
that
There's a
already.
lot of women,
All right, yes.
regular women that think they deserve a LeBron James and they don't. Y'all got to be realistic with y'all
That's true.
standards. Some of y'all don't deserve the high value man, and y'all got to be realistic. And a lot of women ain't realistic about that. They think because they're a woman that they are awarded automatically a man of value, and that's not true. You got to become a woman of value. And if you just giving up pussy, that ain't a woman of value. Like to most men, like you know what I mean. We gonna
Back to the first time.
yeah, we gonna keep
And-
using y'all for the pussy, and then we gonna find somebody that is valuable. Like you know what I mean. And we gonna provide for that person.
And are y'all giving men under 6 feet chances?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
you're
I-
getting,
see, I know.
you're getting into preferences
How
now.
tall are you?
That's different.
I'm 5'7".
5'7"? I told you.
6'4".
Because she
And
was
I
that
like my
6
men
foot bed.
6'4" and higher.
Okay,
so you want 6 foot high, right?
So you want less
Okay.
than
you
50
you single, right?
Yes.
Okay.
you want less than 10% of the population. 'Cause that's what 10% of the male
okay, he's out
population is
there.
over 6 feet.
It's okay.
like.
He's out there. It's
Mhm.
okay.
And you just ain't. You think all of the women want these 6 feet, these 6 foot and
Not
up
all the
women.
women. Some
I mean, men.
settle.
So you, huh?
Some settle for shorter. I will do
No,
shorter.
he
if
said
I'm
they
in
he
the-
said they want. He didn't say what they selling
How
for.
you know what they want?
Because they know all the women.
We all know.
I know
We all know what we all want,
They
but people
invited
still.
all of the women to the show. They know all of them. Exactly.
Y'all know women preference
Y'all have to
usually
go.
is somebody
I
that's
literally
6
shook
foot.
my head. No, I must have.
Okay, what's the majority? What's the majority in this room?
Oh my gosh.
I'm just asking. What's the majority of this room saying?
Let's ask them over there too then. Because it's not
What
making
y'all
sense.
dating a man under 6 feet?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cap.
Man,
Huh?
agree.
Capping.
Who cares about
How
How
height?
tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
How tall are you?
Me too, 5'4".
How tall are you?
I'm 4'11".
Oh yeah, you got
It's
To
a
be
cap.
honest,
It's
if
a
he
cap.
given everything that I need, height is not a deal breaker for me.
You look kind of tall. How tall are you?
I'm tall as shit.
You like 5'8"?
5'7".
Okay. All right.
She lied until she was. What you said you was earlier.
5'6". Damn. None of my business.
So listen, man, staying back on the topic. I do agree that men aren't being taught nowadays how to actually become real men. Like you know what I mean? Like there is obviously the lack of father figures, and the father figures that are there are trying to teach. You know what I mean? Their sons as well how to lead, how to be leaders, how to be providers for the women that are worthy of providing for. Like you know what I mean? How to be a protector. But I do think there is a lack of that leadership in our community specifically. What you was gonna say, Joe?
Oh, you caught me off. Well, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I was gonna say that along with the lack of romance, like I stated earlier, especially with the climate that we are in, where men are kind of rewarded to not be romantic in a sense, and then the things that they might find romantic, like a picnic or a bicycle ride through Manhattan, y'all might look at that nigga. Not saying. Again, not you.
I was about to say.
Not you.
'Cause
But
I like
most
that.
women will look at that nigga as he's some bum ass nigga, or he must be cheap. Like he can't afford to take me to Roof Chris. We have women talk about Roof Chris all the time. Like that's the best restaurant in the world. You know what I mean? So women won't value necessarily that type of romance from a man, unless he's some white man, because y'all swear white men. That's another topic. But if a man usually does something like that, y'all wouldn't deem it. Y'all would not deem it as romantic unless he's spending something of value financially on a woman. Like you know what I'm saying?
This is sad.
I disagree.
Date people that you are compatible with, y'all. Like this is crazy.
Listen, we like I
Because
said,
like you said, some females will look at you like that. That's how men. That's a lot of men say that. Oh, So
but the issue
too crazy. Maybe the females that y'all are dealing
but the issue comes
really the issue.
The issue is
they want Birkins. They don't want to go.
The issue is
and that's
hold
okay
on, Ju.
because it's guys out here that want to buy them Birkins.
Yeah.
Just like it's females that want to go on picnics. So why don't those people get with those people and then those people get with those people?
It's not that simple. And just how it's so easy for you to invalidate men's experiences, but when it comes to y'all could clearly say niggas ain't shit, y'all niggas ain't shit, y'all niggas ain't providers, y'all have no problem casting all men into that umbrella. But when men say that about women, now must be the women who hurt you, your mother didn't love you, all of this shaming tactics, instead of saying like, you know what, I understand your experience because you do date the women, you are a man, you date women, so you would know what these women, we have a podcast speaking to women, you know what I mean? So instead of you invalidating everybody's experiences and be like, well, that's whatever the case is, it'd be like, all right, cool, because I can understand when y'all say niggas ain't shit. There is some ain't shit niggas out there, and it'll be foolish of me to keep saying, well, that's not me. Imagine if we said everything, yo, that's not me though. But that I can't say that. I have to sit back and look at the climate of everything and be like, you know what, I can understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? So again, when we have these conversations, we're not trying to attack y'all specifically. We understand y'all are these rare breeds of women that are out here apparently. Supposedly. You know what I mean? No, but when we speak on the majority of women that we either have dated or we have actual conversations with. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that's where we are coming from on that aspect. What's your thoughts on this, Keem?
I think a male role is clear cut no matter like what generation you in. Like women want providers, protectors, like no matter what generation it is. I think where men need to learn is how to be emotionally available for women, because being in a relationship, it takes a certain level of maturity to be compatible with whoever you dating or whatever. But I don't think that men don't know how to be men. I just think that women are changing, like she said earlier, you know what I mean? And men have to, we trying to kind of adapt, and we bumping heads because it's like alphas trying to be with alphas, and it's just not working. So I really think women need to return to their femininity, and men
and get played.
Well, it's also like the male.
What you gonna do? Pop up?
Yeah. No.
That's that masculine energy. There you go.
Yeah, but it's truly like we don't have any male role models. Before, I remember when I was growing up, I had like a few male teachers. There's a lack of black male fathers in the house in our community, so I could take some of that. And then a lot of us men are being raised by women, and no matter how great a mother, can I be quiet back there?
Yeah.
No matter how important a mother job is and how great a job she does, she can never teach a man how to be a man. She can't raise a boy to be a man. So a lot of us don't know how to become a man, and what does that mean? But we still have to take on that role. So we just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I know I got to pay bills. I know I got to do this. Or, some people take the sucker route and just be low-live dudes that's living off women, or whatever the case may be, or taking advantage of women, or messing with multiple women. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard because a lot of men don't have male role models to follow. We don't even see it on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in our community, you got to watch some other shit.
The role models we got is the rappers, the athletes.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
they talking about crazy shit.
Loving hip hop, like, you know what I mean. So unfortunately, we got to do a better job at stepping up and being leaders in our community. That way, the young boys could follow suit, because we see what's happening when single parent households and how that's affecting our communities. Especially black boys. They have a higher rate of being incarcerated, a higher rate of not graduating or going to college. You know what I mean? And this is why I always am a big advocate of marriage, you know what I mean? And not just having this hookup culture and getting our lickbacks and, oops, if I get pregnant, then I'll just become a strong, independent single mom. Like, we got to get out of that mentality and start getting back to the nuclear family, which is what I always try to get back to, the nuclear family, because that was what originally, made our community so strong back in, the days and stuff like that. And, this single parent household, that shit is not working out clearly. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care how strong and independent y'all think, how much y'all want to celebrate Father's Day, mothers want to celebrate Father's Day. Like, that shit is not helping our community, bro. Getting back
but sorry, I want to ask the guys here, who do you guys look up to as role models on what kind of man you want to be?
I think me specifically, I look at people, huh?
So that's a good question.
Yeah, I look at people like LeBron James. He's somebody that I do idolize as a role model in our community. Obviously, he's an athlete, but he does things outside of being an athlete that is involved with the community specifically. You know what I mean? So I look at people like him. Let me think. Who else?
I looked at Will Smith.
Yeah, I was gonna say Will Smith.
I wanted to
and these are celebrities. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, but I think those are the only people that a lot of people could relate to.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I grew up on Uncle Phil, Carl Winslow, and guys like that. You know what I mean? Those providers and protectors for their family. Like that's what I grew up on. So
yeah, but those are.
And shout out to Mr. Whitehall, my 4th grade teacher.
Even though they was fictional, they showed you how to treat a woman, how to treat your family, how to be emotionally available for your family. Like they were great role models growing up. Like I love them shows.
I noticed nobody said like their actual father. Did everybody grow up like without their?
I had a stepfather.
That's just really a question.
Yeah, I had a stepfather, and I do give him a lot of credit for him actually developing me into the man I am today. So I do have to give him credit as well. Like he was somebody that was he showed me how to be a leader, a protector. You know, he provided. You know what I mean, and you know, he's in a marriage with my mom, and they've been married for 20 plus years. So I look at that as a, inspiration.
Yeah, shout out to my uncles. Yeah. I grew up most of my life with my father. I think him and my mother divorced when I was like 15, but he was out in these streets, you know what I mean? So I know exactly what not to be. You know what I mean? He told me what not to be, you know what I mean? So yeah, I would say that.
And you said your uncles?
Yeah, I had a few role models in my uncles. You know, my uncle, he took me in, and I lived with him for a while. His motherfucker was so crazy, I used to have to read a book, and if he didn't see me read a book, I had to read it again. So, you know what I mean? I just had one of those drill sergeants, but he definitely played an important part in my life.
Yeah. Shout out to him. All right, so I'm getting to this next topic. It says, what are some insecurities that women go through that may be hard for people to understand, specifically men to understand?
Body dysmorphia.
Can you explain?
Yeah.
That?
So like, what do you mean? Like explain what it is? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just like looking in the mirror and that's having an image of yourself in your head that's not reflected in the mirror. So like you could be small or slim or whatever, and when you look in the mirror, you're like, oh my gosh, she's so fat. But it's because you're looking for the things that you already see that's wrong with you in your head. So like if you're saying in your head, oh, I'm fat, when you look in the mirror, you're going to look for, okay, well, that, I don't like that, looks too big. Everything else can be small or perfect or whatever. That's something that's, I feel like a lot of women face, and people are like, oh, well, just love yourself. And it's like, okay, yeah, self-love is definitely one of the big things that ties into that, but also it's like, not every day is going to be the same.
Yeah, not to get confused with anorexia or bulimia.
Yeah.
Those are actual diseases.
That's a real thing. That's still a real thing. I know when I was growing up, that used to be like a real
anorexia.
anorexia. Women used to throw up in the bathroom.
That's like a chemical imbalance in the brain. Body dysmorphia. I don't know if it's actually.
I don't know if it's mental health.
I don't know if it's a mental disease, but it's really like just seeing yourself one day and maybe seeing yourself 3 days later, but something in your mind changed and now you don't like what you see. It's that simple. Yeah, like me personally, at the top of I lost 60 pounds this year. Yeah.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
And when I look in the mirror, I'm still like, I gotta keep going because I still see what I saw before, but I look way different. I look way different. But some days I'm like, it's poking. And some days I'm like, why does it look like that? And it could be the next day. Like it's that serious.
Right. Does social media play a part into that? Because I do notice that some women do compare themselves.
I know I'll say if we're talking for many women, definitely social media.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's why y'all need to delete social media. Honestly, if you're getting into a healing era, delete social media.
Like a social media detox.
At least for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm not on social media right now. I'm not on IG right now. That's what was taking up most of my time. And I realized because it had me judging certain stuff in my life that I would not give a damn about without social media influence. So it's like, get back to real life and what actually matters to you, and stop comparing, stop competing, stop watching everybody pot, watch your own pot, and that's how you inevitably level up.
So is that something that a partner can help you with, like being reassuring and
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
From my experience, when I'm in the few relationships I've been in, I like natural women. I like natural beauty, so I always have made it a point of mine to reassure my girlfriend at the time that I actually prefer her in her natural state, out over the wigs and the weaves and the makeups. And even though I'm affirming her, you know what I mean, she still feels like, well, damn, I still want to put on makeup because for whatever reason. So I do get what you're saying about can a partner do that, but I've done that plenty of times. Like I'm like, yo, you look way better in your natural element than with you putting up all this other crazy aesthetics and stuff like that. So, but it feels like no matter how much I reassure her, she still needs that validation, or they still need that validation from social media. Like, you know what I mean? Because I might find it appealing, but are the likes going to determine the same thing? Like, you know what I mean? So,
can I say something about that? So, because I actually experienced this. You can't tell me. I'm not saying you specific. I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you like me with no makeup, natural hair, no wigs, but then the only people that you in their comments and they likes got the makeup, the wigs, the straight hair.
I knew that was going. I knew that.
You can't do that.
Are you talking about celebrities?
Like this. No, I mean regular people. Like I'm gonna think that's what you like. So you could be telling me what I want to hear.
But why would he be with you though? Like
that's just because they're visual creatures. Like
that's what I'm saying.
That's just what they're attracted to at first, but that's not what they want. Forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like he with you. Telling you, yo, I love you, this, but
you liking
that's social media is a facade.
With people that look nothing like me. Like
first of all, he flirting with people. That's the wrong nigga. Like
I know, but I'm just saying, like I've had that experience. The reassurance you're asking why it doesn't work because you're doing other things that's telling me that
wrong nigga.
I want to add to what you're saying. Some guys say they like natural hair, but I don't think y'all really mean like. Well, in some cases, like the natural hair. Y'all mean like go and get a wash and set and then wear your natural hair. And it's okay. Like it's okay if that's your preference and that's your preference. But be honest about it. You can't say, "Oh, babe, I want you to be natural," but I come out and I'm looking like Don King. And
we don't mean don't get your hair done.
Yeah, we don't mean don't.
See, that's the thing. But that's the thing.
Take care of your hair, like you know what I'm saying.
You're taking the word natural and you're making it your own.
Listen, so natural is that's growing out your head. Yeah. So you watch it set, that's still growing out your head.
But some men, when they say natural, they mean like wear your natural hair, like just wear your natural hair. Just wear afro.
Yeah, and comb
some
it.
men mean go and get a wash and set. See how he's saying and comb it? Some men don't want you to comb it. But it's not about y'all. So going back to what you said, and when you was like, oh, you might tell your shorty, oh, I like you better without the makeup, and she might still want it. And you did say maybe for social media validation, which I feel like could be true, but maybe just for herself. We don't always do it for y'all. We don't always do it for other people. Maybe she just want to put the makeup on. Maybe she just want to put her wig on. I wear wigs. My hair go all the way down my back, but I still put my wigs on because that's why I have long hair. I'm preserving my hair. I take care of my hair. It's a protective style. You shaking your head, no, but my hair is longer than yours.
It should be. But I know my hair is longer than some other black women too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's not about the length. It's not about the length.
But, all right, so if your hair is that long, why you don't wear it out though?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because I'm protected. This is my protective style. I wear my hair out. I'm just not wearing it out right now.
Why not a helmet?
Huh?
Why not? Yeah.
What is that?
What is that, a helmet?
It's a helmet. It's a wig.
Yeah, you saying it's to protect your head.
It's to protect my natural hair that's long down my back, like I said.
So why do you so when do
like if I peel it up, like I
when do you wear your
right now, I wear mine.
Peel it off right now then.
No, you
peel it off right now. So when do you wear it then?
When do I wear my natural hair?
Yeah.
When I feel like it, because I do what I want to. Whatever makes me feel good is what I do.
Okay.
So when I feel like wearing my natural hair is when I wear it. When I want to throw my wigs on, I do that. Right now it's cold and I got a little head, right? So if I go and I get a washing set, then I gotta go and I gotta wear a hat like this. Then what's the point of the washing set? If I put a wig on, this is my hat. I don't gotta put that beanie on. I'm good like
you got a beanie on.
He's trying to be funny. It's corny. It's not funny.
But like I said, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I love black women, and the one thing that I love about black women is the natural beauty of black women. But I think I don't know what natural black women look like anymore because some women are going out and getting these BBLs, y'all getting these wigs, these makeups. I don't know what a natural black woman looks like anymore because when y'all supposed to be the prototype, and I believe it. But y'all are the main ones going out and getting these BBLs. So if y'all are the prototypes, why are y'all feeling the need to get BBLs? Like, why are y'all feeling the need to get these extensions and wigs and weaves and makeups if y'all are the prototypes?
Because we want to.
It's the
and we should be able to.
Can I see what the girls y'all look like? Like the girls y'all talk to, can I see what they look like?
Before we move on, it's similar to.
Before we move on,
they wear little to none.
Yeah,
little to none, and that's if you're not
that's
natural,
good. I'm not
to wear
knocking you. I just want to make sure that
because men are waking up.
What you're saying, like
men are waking up to women that they don't know who the fuck they went home with you last night and woke up in the morning and you a whole different creature. Like that's crazy. Y'all ever see these makeup transformations? Have y'all ever seen these makeup transformations? Y'all know that shit is crazy.
That's on us.
3 turns, they another nigga.
Like that ain't no way to live.
What you mean that's on us though?
You went after the caked on face, like. You talking about
it's
not every face. It's not every face. It's not every face.
First of all, we don't know what to expect when that shit come off, and that's the scary part.
We like, she gotta look kind of similar. Shape in your nose. You got
I seen some shit. I ain't gonna lie.
It's crazy. This
you got edge in your eyes. Like, get the fuck out of here.
We gotta get the fuck.
Yeah, we do gotta get the fuck about it. But again, man. I love this conversation.
Thank y'all for pulling up.
I appreciate y'all for pulling up again. Let them know where they can follow you at.
You can follow me at I'm.Brianna on Instagram.
THEHAIRYY.God. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense then. All right.
Nope, just Jade on Instagram. Nope, period, just Jade.
Alandi Jasmine, no E on Instagram.
Yeah, make sure y'all cop the merch.
Yeah, make sure cop the hoodies,
out
man.
Here, shirts out here. Shout out to the bro
man.
Terry, you know what I mean? Hayes Khan, go check that out. You know what I mean?
And make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe, man. We dropping heat. We go live every Thursdays.
Oh yeah,
and every Tuesdays, man. We drop the podcast audio. Make sure y'all go tune in to that on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much everywhere that you can listen to podcasts on. Make sure y'all listen to us, man. Appreciate y'all.